Welcome to the show, the Big R Solution. As you know, that the Big R stands for all the positive R words. And, positive R words are very important in one's life. Big R Solution deals with finances, but you know that finance cut across. When you talk about beautiful R words, I'm talking about research, resilience, relationship, results, response, recording, you name them, research, all those positive R words, they have an impact. Reflect and review. And then today, we just want to reflect on what happened over the weekend in terms of the games, and look at the results. As you know that I'm always with Shubi Ntwentle, Black Mamba from Supersport, a Sotho commentator. Shubi, welcome to the show.
Thank you once again, Cheku. Thanks for welcoming me in this beautiful show. I'm happy that it's all well. We started the week on a positive note, and I'm looking forward to this beautiful show tonight.
Okay, let's start with the international football, and then we'll go thereafter. We'll then move to the local football. And today is going to be different. We are going to have two guests. And then once we start with the local football, I'm going to bring the two guests, one from Pirates, the other one from Kaizer Chiefs. So Shubi will give us, his analysis or report. Thereafter, they can start joining and add and tell us what do they think. Shubi Ntwentle, let me tell you one amme. We saw what happened over the weekend. And then I told you that let's go to Italy. I told you that Juventus without Ronaldo, they struggle. And guess what? Ronaldo started on the bench. Immediately after introducing him, within few minutes, he scored a goal. And then he scored brace. He scored 2 goals, and then they finally won 4-1. So that shows the impact of Ronaldo as far as Juventus is concerned. And then I'm sure they missed him, especially when they were playing Barcelona. As I was saying the other day, that the right-hand side was very weak, where Sergio Roberto is supposed to be. And then they were very weak. I think Ronaldo could have exploited that position. But while they are still there, I saw the papers going wild. Ronaldo scored 2 goals just coming in, whereas Messi has been there, and then Messi is just having two goals. Ronaldo's got four goals. The argument is not balanced. If I remember quite well, last year, Messi never played for 2 months. And when he started coming in, he surpassed all the players in Spain, having not played for 2 months. And Ronaldo was there, and he became the top scorer in Spain. Now, I don't understand why they argue. Like I say, with Messi, there's always argument. If Messi doesn't score for 3 games, it's like there's a crisis. And there's no crisis. Any player can be off form. Let's go to England. But I enjoyed what I saw in Italy. Then I also watched the game of Roma. There is a guy who used to play for Barcelona, Pires. I saw him running like nobody's business at Roma. And then I could see he was now liberated. Barcelona is a big team. When players go there, I don't know, psychologically, they just put too much pressure on themselves and they don't perform. We saw it with Coutinho. We saw it with Griezmann. With a lot of players. The only player who managed to get to Barcelona, perform, was Luis Suarez. Although, as they say, Messi was there to back him up, to boost him. The same with Neymar. I know when Neymar came in, he struggled, but Messi spoke to him. And then after he spoke to him, apparently he even cried. He said, it was for the first time I cried, because I look at this top player, the best player in the world, saying to me, you are the best player, hence we bought you. Just play your football. So Barcelona, you know, succumb everybody. And I saw that, but I think it was good for him to go to Italy. And then because I think he was really liberated. And I can see a lot of players are still struggling at Barcelona. And then that shows that the stage is too huge for them. And then I also saw the game, but in England this time, between Arsenal and Manchester United. Let me tell you, for the Man United supporters, I think they need to be encouraged. Man United is showing the sign of revival. You know, if I was in the management of Man United or people who advise them, I would say let them not fire Solskjaer. I think Solskjaer is going to get Man United right. The way I see things unfolding there, Solskjaer will be like Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, Sir Alex Ferguson, he struggled for about 3 years at Man United. Thereafter became one of the best coaches in the world. And then I can see there's quite a lot of improvement in Man United. They're confident, they started to trust themselves. I can see that Pogba is happy. Pogba is starting to play like Pogba that we expect from him. So they must give him a chance. When you go to Arsenal, I'm telling you, Arsenal has rejuvenated. You know, Arteta has made Arsenal different. I can see the Arsenal of Arsene Wenger. They are playing a very beautiful football. They must be patient with Arteta. One can see that this guy has learned a lot from Arsene Wenger. So they must allow him to express. So those are the 3 games that I want to mention. Let me go to Spain, as always. And then I saw Real Madrid. They're really playing well. But you know what worries me with Real Madrid? Some games they're good, some games they're bad. And then I don't know whether this is, you know, probably the Spanish football is dying. If you remember, long time, it was the Italian football that was big. Then it died, then it was English football. Not necessarily died, but they lost, they started losing. Then they lost, then it became now the Spanish. I think the era of the Spanish losing that teeth is starting to show. I don't know who's gonna emerge. Probably the Germans, but with the Germans, it's only Bayern Munich. I don't see any other team. And probably Italy. I don't know whether Italy they'll show, all right? So those are some of the things. And again, in Italy, I saw that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is really doing well. And look, this guy is very old, but he's still effective. He's still banging goals. So that should tell you something. And remember, Zlatan Ibrahimovic has played many teams and big teams, all right, in his career. He's played in USA. And remember, when you go to USA, you are finished. But Zlatan played. Yes, Zlatan played in US and he came back. He still competed. So that shows that he is a quality player. All right. And then now, when you go to Barcelona, the same old story that I always tell you. You know, I hear people talking about Pedri, but I don't think Pedri is a Barcelona material. You know, with Barcelona, I still say you don't play excluding Messi. And I could see that Messi was angry. Now, this is one thing that I discovered. Pedri once said, him and Trianco, they are friends. They're starting to develop friends. I could see at some point where he was supposed to pass Messi, he would look at Trianco. And you could see that Messi was disappointed. And it was not only him. Griezmann would come in front of Messi, cause disturbance. I don't have a problem with them playing, but let's get it this way. When Messi gets the ball, you see a difference. Whether he gets it from the middle of the park, his pass will be telling. These all guys, they can get the balls. but they still have to give to others before they can make it. So for me, I would say to them, you know what, your solution is one, use Messi. And I saw Kike Setien, I think he's a coward. He goes out and say Messi is a difficult player to coach, you know, trying to cut some aspersions. Why you did not say that when Messi was there? And according to the news that leaked, apparently Messi at some point argued with him in terms of the tactics. Then he said, Messi, if you don't like my tactics, he showed me he said, here's the door. Apparently he showed Messi the door. Apparently he said Messi laughed at him. Because you know what's happening in Barcelona. You fight Messi, you're out. And there you are, it's history. All right? And then there's this other guy who's fighting for the position of being the president of Barcelona. I think that guy is starting to make a good noise. This guy says, guys, you must value the contribution of Messi. Whether he's still effective or not, this guy says, if I become a president, Messi is going to be the main thing. Firstly, I'm going to name the stadium after him, one. Secondly, I'm going to make sure I'm giving him a lifetime contract. That even after retirement, he's either an ambassador or something else. So that he continues to earn, because Messi and Barcelona is one thing. You know, that's what the player wants. The player wants assurance. And I'll still take you back about what happened to Orlando Pirates and Jomo Sono. Jomo was Orlando Pirates. Now, the relationship got sour between Jomo and Pirates. You know, Shubi, you know it as much as I know. Till today, we have never seen a player of Jomo's stature. And it has been now for how many years now? 30 or so? I know they asked the Iron Duke, there's any player that you think is at Jomo's. No, they asked him, who's your favorite player for all time? He kept on saying Jomo Sono. And he was correct. He was correct. So there are those players, they come once and go. They come once and then after many years. I can go even to Kaizer Chiefs. The last player to have a serious impact was Dr. Khumalo. After Doctor, it was a problem. Yes, Jabu Pule was going there. But unfortunately, there was these other things that distracted him. So those players, you need to treat them differently. You don't just treat them like everybody, all right? But those are some of the news. But we'll see what's going to happen in the Champions League. How are they going to play? And then so that on Friday, then we'll start looking how the games unfolded. But we'll be watching what's happening, then take it from there. But in the meantime, Shubi, Ntwentle, Black Mamba, Supersport, commentator, come in.
Yeah, no, thanks once again, Mcheku. I think on weekend, on Saturday, it was very much interesting when Mcheku. You remember that the country was divided into two. One reason being that people were talking about the Soweto Derby. I mean, it was the game 170 between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. And again, it was the 67th game in the Cup where Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates have played against each other. You remember very well that the Orlando Pirates entered the game being the favorite. They managed to win 18 of those derby games. Then Kaizer Chiefs won 17, and at 31, both teams, they played a draw. So Orlando Pirates on Saturday, they came to a game. I mean, before the game was actually game started, we saw the coach of Orlando Pirates where he was saying, guys, you know what? I've got a crisis back home, and the chairman and the board have agreed to give me a leave. But unfortunately, the question still stands. Is he going to come back or is he gone? Because apparently the son is not well back in Germany. So hence when he says that he dedicated that win to the players that they've got, dedicate the win to his son, who's in Germany. But I mean, Orlando Pirates, they've scored 3 beautiful goals. You remember very well when I'm checking that Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs played so well, but Orlando Pirates managed to take an opportunity that was given to them. I mean, a player of, you remember the guy that scored, Vincent Pule, is one of the goal scorers for Orlando Pirates. Tembi Gosilodge is also the guy that have scored a goal for Orlando Pirates. And you look at the game holistically, you know what, it was an interesting game. And Gavin Hunt at one stage, he gave youngsters an opportunity to make sure that they can. And you remember this guy, Zakele Lepasa, was the first guy that scored the opening for Orlando Pirates. Then it was an interesting game, so to say. So, but we saw, and we're just saying, I mean, what's going to happen to Kaizer Chiefs beyond that game? Will they come back? Will they be able to manage to score? Will they be able to regroup? Will they be able to find themselves in a situation where they will try and redeem themselves? And that's one of those interesting things that we'll have to look at. But others are saying that a mere fact that Orlando Pirates scored 3 goals in the first leg, Kaizer Chiefs can still do the same. And you look at the players that the coach Gavin Hunt has given an opportunity to prove themselves in that game. And we saw that they did well, but it was not good enough. But we're hoping that things will change. And now you can see the effect of this case against Kaizer Chiefs. And now their players are stretched in such a way that Gavin Hunt is also battling to say now, from here, where to? What is it that I can do to get these players to perform the way I expect them? And I'm hoping that it will be fine. I mean, yesterday we saw another game, Supersport United against Bloemfontein Celtics. That's why Celtic supporters, they're saying, we're talking about him to be so Ben. He scored a beautiful goal for Bloemfontein Celtics. And Gapingi Lungu, he equalized for Supersport. And now, if you look at this game holistically, Bloemfontein Celtics go home on the second leg, having an advantage of an away goal rule. So we'll see what's going to happen to Bloemfontein. So Kaizer Chiefs, they've got a mountain to climb, and I'm hoping that they can be in a position to come back against Orlando Pirates. And we know that this week, the guy that will be in charge in Orlando Pirates is Faklu Davids. Is this the beginning of the career for Faklu Davids? We'll have to wait and see for what's going to happen. I see that we've got Roy Mkhoza as one of the diehard. We want to find out from his side. I mean, when Zagaladi, Epifeni, what is it that is happening within the Kaizer Chiefs camp?
But before Roy comes in, we are just waiting for Epakania Murutu Tsotsi to join us. I realize that he's struggling. And then those people who wants to join us when we do this from different teams, you are more than welcome to do so. Go to our YouTube and subscribe, just leave a message. Then we'll select you and then we'll give you a call and then allow you to join us as we do these shows. These shows are going to be exciting. Roy, Baba, I'm saying if Pirates can score 3 goals, what stop Kaizer Chiefs to score 4 goals?
Thanks, Saubrey. Thanks for the invite. Let me say greetings to member.
Hey, member.
No, sharp man. Ngathi liyangena ibhakani.
Maybe asimlinde kancane asazama ukujoina. But I don't know, this thing of let's see, no, he's still struggling. You know, what I was referring, the player that I was referring to when I say this guy from Bloemfontein, I was saying Tembi Gosilodge. That was the player I was looking for on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the player I was looking for. So yeah. And then I don't know, Moruti Tsotsi is struggling. We don't see the picture. All right, let's allow you, Roy, to come in and give us your view, and then maybe you'll join us in between.
No, thanks so much. Thanks once again for the opportunity to be invited here. And I must say congratulations to Pirates. They showed character, they showed they wanted, and they were able to actually beat us. So my take is, I just want to take from what Arnold just said. I've been saying this to the team. I think it's good that nothing has changed. We're still having the same players. You see, on the day, if you listen to Kevin Hunt, he was out of words because we are getting the chances. You see, with the old coach, you could find the team struggling in all aspects of the game, understanding, transition, and other stuffs. And my take on those was like, at some point, when you know the time of from the times of teenage Jadla and the others, they will tell you that they'll be given instructions, but at some point, amongst the teams, the captain will convene, or someone will say, guys, it's us now. We take this thing, we change it. They'll go against the instructions. If you look at what happened on the game, leave the missed chances. There is that element, that agency of wanting things from the team. I don't know whether the spirit is still low. Kevin Hunt has tried maybe, but you look at the mistakes at the back. You look at the goal, the second goal. A guy cannot trap and turn and shoot. Those are three element mistakes in soccer. I've played soccer, but unfortunately, I've never went to professional. But those are three element mistakes: trap, turn, and shoot. You ask yourself, first goal, look at Pilan. This guy Zulu is watching. He's actually looking at the guy going for the ball. He's holding like this. And I'm saying, what kind of defending? Because there is one thing I've just spoke about the later years. When you go to the flanks, something tells you something is coming to the box. It's going to Mpatlele that side. So it tells you if you are there, then fix your wall. Man to man if you are doing man to man. But this guy is watching, and it has gone on the side. Then has to come back now. A square will come in. He was watching. He was a spectator in the field, and there was nothing the goalkeeper in all the three goals he could do. But like I said, I'm not sure of the mentality, and I know in Kevin Hunt, I think wherever he is, he can't stomach this, because as somebody who can, when Kevin Hunt can go and defend one goal for 90 minutes. And he will get the team performing so badly on the day in terms of defense. It's very, 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 very painful. That would be my take.
I noticed Moruti Tsotsi is struggling with the mic. Moruti Tsotsi, can you hear us? Now I can see. Can you hear us?
Yeah, he must unmute himself.
No, me, I'm fine. Yeah, unmute yourself. Can you hear us? Let me try to help you.
Unmute him.
Yeah, unmute yourself. On your side. Okay, now. Did you hear what Roy said?
No, I'm lost. I was struggling with the voice.
With the sound. All right.
Yeah, with the sound.
We are looking at a game between Kaizer Chiefs. Give us your analysis. Can you check the noise in your background there? I don't know noise.
Wait, let me try somewhere else, because now I'm at.
All right. Roy, while you are still there, there's something that I want to check with you. You said with NS Middendorp, the team was struggling. Now, somebody once said, prior at 2018, Kaizer Chiefs was at number 9. Number 2. And this guy even Middendorp lost the league by the last 15 minutes. So how do you fire such a person? Because he said, it's an argument that was put forth. He said, when you look at stuff, and the guy took the team from number 9 and take all the way to number 3. And he was saying the chances are he would have taken the league. He lost the league at the last 15 minutes. It was a huge noise there. I don't know where you are. And now it's quiet. It's quiet. So I don't know what's happening.
Oh, it's fine now.
Oh, are you at work?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at work, but I'm free now.
All right. They're making noise at the back. And then what do you want to say? I'm asking this question to you, Roy. I'm sure you picked up what the question that I asked Tsotsi and Arnold. If you can give me comments so that we hear what Tsotsi is saying, because very soon we need to close up.
Saubrey, although I didn't hear you well, you talked of losing the league in the last 15 minutes. Let me just maybe summarize the score. Middendorp lost it in terms of team or player management. Remember, there was a lot of squabbles in the team. And at some point, a guy that will give you a performance, the logic tells you that that guy must actually but
yeah, yeah. My concern is about our players.
No.
Our players, they.
We have a problem with the noise at the background.
It's too much. Cause what I am, I thought that it might be quite so that you can hear.
No, it's much better.
Oh, it's fine now.
Much better.
Oh, okay.
Roy was commenting. You said it was player management.
Yes. You see, once you lose it from management, the management of players, because my take last season now, I was saying to the guys, this is a moment that will never come. Moreover, during the COVID time, to say, at some point when COVID came, I was able to get a medal of the PSL, and I was telling myself, if the coach, the players are not happy about the
Tsotsi, I'm afraid I'm going to close your mic. We'll have to organize next time. We'll call you probably on Friday because the game are still going to play. But when we talk to you on Friday, please get a very quiet place.
Quiet place, okay.
Sorry about that. No.
Okay, no problem. Next time, I think we'll be all right. I'll be at the quiet place so that even myself, I can't hear you clearly. You are somewhere breaking or something.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you, my brother. Ne? You can just.
Thanks for invitation.
You can just log out.
Thank you, Peleu.
Yeah, hey, there was a huge feedback. It was giving us a problem. Yeah, you were saying players management.
Yeah. As I summarize, Saubrey, I was saying the guy just lost it, but my take was at some point what I spoke about when I started to say, well, it's for years we have heard of things like the pandemic, but if tomorrow I wake up to say it's actually history, it will be written on the books. The winners of the league during COVID time was Kaizer Chiefs. And as a player, if I put my medals on the wall or anywhere, if I remember in 2020, so my take was, if really the guy has lost it in the change room, what is it on the players? Because you could see There was no sense of urgency. They were not willing to fight for anything. It was just normal. And that is where I said, I really can't understand. I hear the commentator is saying it's still a game. Anything in soccer or in football can happen. Chiefs can still score 3 goals or more. But I've got a little bit of doubt with these players. You see, if you follow last week, and that is how Kevin Hunt can make a player or improve a certain aspect of the game to a player. He told Billiard to say, play for the team. You come later. The problems, the frustrations that you're having currently will solve themselves out. But play with the team, play for the team, you'll see, you'll flow. But what did the guy? The moment the game started, he did the same thing. So it tells you that in terms, I'm not sure how, maybe Arnold can tell us, in behind, before you will be told that there's people that work on the psychological part of the players and other stuff. But I'm not sure what is happening currently at Chiefs. That will be my take.
Arnold?
Yeah, I think, Roy, the biggest challenge, I think when Kevin Hunt took the job, he understood what transpired last year. And one of the biggest challenges, what he have said, is to say, you know, when you've got these players that they have come so to winning the league and fail in the last minute, it's gonna affect them psychologically because they know very well that they had an opportunity to win the league. So you need to work on their mental strength to try and say, guys, you know what, you've got it happened, it passed, but you need to fight back and make sure that you represent yourself well. Unfortunately, we can say about the biggest challenge currently is that the senior players of Kaizer Chiefs, they are not showing it. They are not leading, and they are not showing their experience to say that we've been in this game for quite some time. We know what it takes. We've got everything that we can make this team to fight back. It's always ongoing. It's always a challenge. It's always one of those things where we are saying that it's a big mountain to climb. A question that we need to ask ourselves is that, are they going to be able to maintain the standard? Are they going to be able to fight back? Because they know now. Today, as we speak, Roy, they've just issued a statement now where they are saying that all those players that they've been training with them, that were hoping to sign contracts with Kaizer Chiefs, they can go and join any of their teams of their choice, meaning that they won't be able to sign Swiso Khanti, they won't be able to sign Brendan Peterson, they won't have to sign a Nange. And those were the 3 players that were hoping to get to be signed by Kaizer Chiefs. So we'll have to wait and see beyond now. But it is sad to find a team of Kaizer Chiefs caliber to find themselves where they are. And we just hope that Kevin Hunt can be given more time. But again, when you look at the history, Saubrey, when Kevin Hunt started at Supersport United, he started even worse than what he's going through at Kaizer Chiefs. The same thing happened to Peter Mosimane when he started at the Mamelodi Sundowns. He also started on a bad patch, but it's a question that when you are building something, the foundation must be strong. So it won't be an event, it will be a process. So we'll have to see. I know, Roy, you as Kaizer Chiefs supporters, you have been through this situation for many years. So you are still hoping that things will change. But the same applies to a team of Orlando Pirates caliber. They are also in the same basket as Kaizer Chiefs, because when you look at them holistically, they haven't won anything in the last 5 years. So it's also the task ahead. It's so big. They also need to redeem themselves. But we'll have to see what's going to happen. Look at Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, respectively.
Now, I was saying, where is the problem? And I was giving an example that here's a guy that I spoke to who said, he was talking about Middendorp. But if I listen to Roy, Middendorp is to be blamed. He lacked player management. So I'm asking you, what do you think? Where is the problem at Kaizer Chiefs? Roy, I can see that you are back. We'll give you the opportunity to come in. Can you hear me, Roy?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, I mean, I wanted to say Tsotsi. Tsotsi, can you hear me?
You can unmute yourself.
He can unmute himself. Let me help him. Moruti Tsotsi?
Yeah.
Warutlwa jwale. All right. Sorry. Feel free, talk any language that you are free to talk. All right. So that we express our hand. For sure, we'll our argument as we are putting our arguments across.
Okay.
Warutlwa. No, it keeps on breaking. It keeps on breaking.
Yeah, I've been listening all the time.
Can you hear?
You are breaking up. I can't hear you.
All right, let's do this. Moruti Tsotsi, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Maybe you need to listen. Yeah, no.
From last year is okay.
The line is not good, Moruti Tsotsi. You know what? Let me do this, Moruti Tsotsi. You rather listen to us. On Friday, we'll organize you to come in. And then Arnold, please just sort the Moruti Tsotsi so that we sort out the connection with him. And then otherwise it will take us for too long. Moruti Tsotsi, let me
network.
No, we'll talk.
Can you hear me now?
No, the line is bad. Let's talk to you on Friday. All right. Just now, for now, just listen to us. That will be much better. So we need to talk and check the connection with him before Friday so that the connection is perfect. And then Roy, I'm sure you heard what Arnold said. And then and I was asking Arnold that you are blaming Coach Middendorp's management. Now I'm asking, do you agree with what Arnold is saying?
I fully agree. I fully agree, and I'll go more. You see, it cannot only be in the ground. Boardroom at times, sometimes it has been my view that once the team has been given to a certain guy, I won't be mentioning names, we have been going down. And it tells you, if you are a team manager, you are in charge of the teams, there's things that happens in the boardroom. So let me just speak on what Arnold spoke about. You know, I watched the first 15 minutes because there's three aspects, coaches, that will tell you. The very first 5 minutes when the game is very important. The very last 5 minutes before halftime are very important. When you come back, it's very important. Towards the end, very important. I watched the first 15 minutes. I looked at a player like Mphahlele. That guy, I couldn't even, I was watching the game, I'll say, I'll do this. Is this guy switched on? He will sometimes be, he was not prepared to be passed. His moves, you know, Mphahlele, when he was doing, during the time of Stuart, those transition times. But it was like, this guy is lost, whether is amazed that he has been given a chance again after being given to go and play in the middle at the back, and now he was on the bench, now he's on the right flank again. So I don't know, he was like not prepared for the game.
So tell me, what happened to Matoho, Arnold?
No, he was injured. He's on the verge of coming back. He was on the bench on Saturday. I think come next week, he will make the team, because I think one of the problems for Kaizer Chiefs, it was at the back, and you saw they also battled the weekend against Southern Pirates.
All right. I think the time has worked against us. I don't know whether Roy wants to add some few little things.
No, I wanted to ask again, member, do you perhaps know if Frosta and Zuma, what's happening with Zuma? Or is it because he has not found form?
Zuma.
Well, Zuma is still injured. Fosler is also injured. So it will take a little bit time for these guys to come back within the Kaizer Chiefs setup.
Yeah, it's loyiwe ngampela, eh.
Yeah, no, but kuzalunga, my leader. Ziyenzeka lezi zinto lezi. I still say if Paris could score 3 goals in 90 minutes, I don't see anything stopping Chiefs to score 3 or even to score more. So football, like we normally say, there's no therefore.
But Saubrey, you know this talk of people saying there is no political will if you talk politics. The will from the players. Do you feel Kaizer Chiefs players have got that thing that they wanted? The will. When they enter that field. Can you see it happening? I know you are talking in terms of the game, anything is possible. But in terms of the will and wanting,
The hunger.
ones have got it.
But let's put it this way. The hunger should be attributed to the coach. That is the work of the coach. Remember, football largely is psychological. And the coach is not playing, but the coach is there to motivate and psych the players to believe that they are the biggest, to believe that they are better than Messi on that day, to believe that they are better than Cristiano Ronaldo on that day. That is the work of the coach. You see. So if you notice the will, that means Gavin Hunt still has a lot of work to do. He still has a lot of work to do. But nevertheless, come Friday, we'll come back again. Tsotsi will organize that you come in again on Friday. And then what I'll do, Tsotsi, maybe on Friday earlier, I will set up a Zoom meeting with you where you are and hear whether can I hear you. And thereafter, so that you get ready. All right. But thanks, guys, for coming. We really appreciate football makes our life exciting. Even if during this time of COVID-19, because of football, we enjoy ourselves. We have something to talk about. Ntwentre, Shubi.
Thank you.
Roy, thank you, my brother.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. And I should also thank our viewers for joining us till we meet again. Thank you.